another thing with Yuzu. Oh, man. When Yuzu arrived, I was very like... At that point, I was already really close with Shoto, right? I think. Like, I was already comfortable with him. Comfortable enough, chat, that I was comfortable sitting beside him. I know that sounds stupid as hell, but like, I'm very awkward. And when I just met someone, I like to sit in front of them and not next to them. But if I'm comfortable with them, then I'm okay with anything, you know? So I was comfortable enough and we were sitting side by side waiting for Yuzu. Like, we're like, yay. Like, Yuzu came, I sat beside Shoto. And that's when I realized I have spoken to Yuzu significantly less than anybody else on this trip. Like, I've spoken to Yuzu twice online, 2 times. The first time was live talking about the trip. The second time was talking about the trip. I need to cough. Hold on. Okay, sorry. I'm still recovering, so my cough is gnarly. So, yeah. I didn't know anything about Yuzu, aside from the fact that she streams, but I didn't know anything else about her. And when she arrived, chat, Yuzu is really pretty, right? I didn't know what to say. And I sat there in complete silence because Yuzu came in with Numi. That is also the first time I met Yuzu and also the first time I met Numi IRL. And like 2 beautiful girls entered the room and I'm like, hi! Instantly, I clam up. Because I don't... Here's one thing though. Like, we're about to go to bed. Like, this is late at night. We're about to go to bed. Numi came in with her pajamas and shit. Like, we're all about to go to bed, right? And Numi's face looks like it's like she's glowing. You know what I mean? Like, I was like, do you have makeup on or something? So I was like trying to look at Numi. I'm like, ah, shit. Like, I don't have makeup on because I'm about to go to bed. But like, you look like no joke, chat. Like, her skin was like smooth and glowing. Like, her eyes look beautiful. Like, it literally looked like she had makeup, right? So I was like, why do you have makeup? We're about to go to bed. And I realized that's just how she naturally looks like. So I'm just staring at Numi. And then I'm staring at Yuzu. Because I'm just like, damn. Was that the same night I called Yuzu oily? Yeah, I think so. I think... like Yuzu was like Shoto, and Shoto's like, oh my god, you're so oily or something like that. But I thought they looked glowing. Okay, Shoto's so mean, I swear to god. But I was just sitting there and like Shoto, Yuzu, and Numi, they've met a lot before. I mean, more than me. So I felt very like I was like, you know when you're talking with people, like, well, I wasn't talking, actually. I didn't say a word. I think I didn't say anything. I just went like, I was quiet. And I was like, hi. I think I shook Numi's hand. I don't remember. But Yuzu came in for a hug. Like, Yuzu's like, can I give you a hug? And then Yuzu hugged me. And then I was very awkwardified because you know, I think Yuzu's the first friend I had whose first introduction was like a hug. You know what I mean? Like, usually I settle for handshakes or like far away distance, like hello or like a bow. But like a hug, not as often. So when Yuzu came in for a hug, I hope she doesn't notice how awkward I was. I literally did not know how to like give another hug back. So like my hand was like floating in the air awkwardly. I looked at Numi and Numi laughed at me. So like my face was like that. Like Yuzu was like, oh, can I give you a hug? And then I was like, yeah, like that. And like Numi laughed. So I was like, wow, what a great start to this trip. Yeah, I hover-handed her because I'm very, you know, it's just like, I'm awkward. I'm a VTuber, okay? I'm a VTuber. So I didn't say anything. So Yuzu didn't know that that was me until I decided to be like, hi, after they were already talking. Like, I was just sitting there in silence for like 20 minutes. And then I said, hi. And then I was like, wow. And then she's like, oh my god, you're Michi? And I'm like, yeah. And she's like, oh my god, can I give you a hug? I'm like, yeah. That's all I said. I said, hi, yeah. That's it. I think I said hi one more time for Numi, but that's it. I said hi, yeah. And then that's it, right? And then I sat there and I was just like looking at them. And I realized, I was like, oh no, am I intruding? Because like, I know they're good friends and they've met before and they were like, wow, I miss you guys, blah, blah, blah. So they're like talking with each other. And then I was like, oh shit. Like, you know when like you miss your friends and you want to talk with your friends? So I feel like I didn't want to intrude because I felt really guilty. And I was like, oh, you know, I should like leave them so then they have time to like catch up with themselves. You know what I mean? Like, it's like just the 3 of them and they can catch up with each other. And like, I know I'm also a friend, but like, we're not as close with each other at that time. That was like day 1 and we've never met before, but you guys have like, they have met before. And I was like, oh, don't let me intrude, right? So I was like, am I like intruding? Am I making like the situation awkward and tense? And I remembered I thought that Numi didn't like me too much because I kept staring at Numi and then Numi wouldn't look at me back. And then I was like, oh, she hates me. I swear to God. Okay, wait. To clear this up, you know, things changed throughout the trip, but like that was my first impression. You know what I mean? It's like I was looking at Numi, and Numi didn't look at me back, and I was like, oh, she hates me. So I was like, oh, is it because they want to talk to each other first? I should like excuse myself because I don't want to intrude on this beautiful friendship. So I decided to say I want to go to bed. I was like, oh, anyways, you guys, I'm gonna sleep first. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Good night, you guys. So then I left the room to go to my room to lay down in bed. And let me explain to you the situation. Let me open MS Paint one more time. 1 second. All right, chat. This is important to the story, okay? So let me clear this picture out. How do I delete? I forgot. Let me just shrink it tiny there. Okay. So in this room, you already know, it's like a sharing room. This is my bed, like this. And then this is their beds. Wow, I'm so good at drawing. This is accurate, by the way, real and true. And then this is like the door, right? So how this works, chat, is you can like, let's say I'm over here and I want some privacy. I can close this room so the people in this room, if they open this door, they can't go through because like if this door is closed, all I see is a wall, right? So in order for a person to go from one room to the other, both doors needs to be open. Yeah, it's like a double door. So if I want to go from this room to this room, both of the doors need to be open for me to do that. If one door is closed, I can't connect. So I left this room. I was in Shoto's room and I went tuk, 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 to my room. And when I'm here, I'm like, oh, I hear Sho, Numi, and Yuzu like talking about something. And I realize I'm like, I should give them privacy, right? Because like I don't want them to feel uncomfortable, and I also don't want to be like eavesdropping. So I was like, okay, I should give them privacy. So I was about to close my own bedroom door. Like I was about to close this door, but then chat, I realized that right here, were Numi's shoes. So I was in my room, right? Like I entered this room like, okay, I should close the door to give them some privacy so then they can like, you know, like reconnect and talk to each other and have a lot of fun, right? And then I realized I'm like, okay, I'm gonna go to bed now. Oh shit, that's Numi's shoe. Shit. If I close the door, now here's how I think, chat. If I close my door, right, Numi cannot retrieve her shoes because then she can't access my room. So my choice, there are two choices. The first choice is I take Numi's shoes, I go back and I'm like, oh, by the way, guys, here's your shoe. But anyways, good night. Or I leave the door open and I just go to bed. You know what I mean? I decided that the first option is bad, so I went with the second option. So I was like, okay, well, Numi's shoes is over here and she needs her shoes to go back to her room, so I'll just leave the door open and I'm just gonna lay down. So I laid down over here and they were talking and I heard everything low-key. But like they were talking about stuff. Nothing was bad, but I just felt kind of bad. Like I was like, oh shit, I could hear everything. So I put earphones in my ear. Like I grabbed my earphones, I put them in, and then I was on my phone, right? Because I'm like, I'm not gonna eavesdrop. That's cringe of me, you know? Like they deserve privacy. So I'm like, earphones, laying on the bed. And as I was doing this, I realized something. That means whenever they're done with this conversation, Numi is gonna go to my room to grab her shoes to head to her own room. However, if she enters my room and she sees that I'm still awake on my phone, that means I lied that I said that I was going to bed. But it is true, I did kind of lie that I was going to bed because I haven't put on like my sleeping cream yet. So I was like, right? I'd be caught in a lie. So I laid there and I was like, damn, now I have to notice. So I laid there. I was listening to, no joke, soft music on my phone. Like I wasn't even opening my phone. I was just listening to like BGM on my bed. And then finally I saw like a pair of legs enter the room. I saw like the shoes being taken away. And then like after 5 minutes, I took my earphones out and I'm like, oh, I guess they're done. Like they left. Okay, now I'm just gonna quietly. So then like I had to sneak into the toilet. I had to like put on my face cream and I snuck back onto my bed. Like I was just sneaking everywhere because I was like, okay, well now I guess I can close the door. And that was the first day. As you can tell, chat, I am very, very, very good at socializing. One of the best, dare I say. I was so nervous. I was so like, I don't know. Like, I got close to Shoto, but then I didn't know anybody else. And I was like myself, low-key. So, the next morning, I forgot to grab my meds. So I went to like, breakfast, and I messaged my mom. I was like, Mom, I think my meds are still in your bag, because I packed my stuff, but I put my meds in her bag instead. And I was like, oh, can I grab my meds? So then I got breakfast with my mom. And in hindsight, I feel like it didn't really make the situation better. Like, Yuzu and Numi came into the room. I left. The next morning, I didn't eat with them. But it wasn't because I hate them that time. Like, I had to grab my meds and my mom started talking. So I was like, oh, okay. So then now I'm eating breakfast with my mom because, well, I need to grab something from her. And she just started yapping. So I was like, oh, okay. So then that happened. And what the f did we do that day? I forgot. What did we do? Did we go cinema, I think? So I think on that day, I asked, like, that time? Wait, well, I don't what do you mean that time? I was awkward once. It was only the first day. We went to the... Oh, okay. What do you mean we went to the wrong mall? You took us to the wrong mall, by the way, chat. So I asked Numi, because Numi went there with, like, her roommates and her friends, and I didn't know them either. So I was like, wow, I guess we're meeting up, right? So then we all met up, and that was my first time meeting, like, Numi's friends and roomies, and they're really, really nice, and they're really sweet, but I was also very awkward. And we wanted to go to a mall. And Numi was like, oh, let me book the car. And Shoto was like, no, no, no. Yeah, exactly. Shoto's like, no, no, no. Let me, Numi. Yeah, Shoto stood up, was like, let me get the car for all of us. So then he got us a car. And I think the AC was broken. But that doesn't matter because we're now going to a mall. And then Shoto took us to the wrong f***ing mall. Not only did Shoto get us a car whose AC doesn't function, he also got us to the wrong f***ing place. This was not the place we wanted to go. It was a random place 20 minutes away from the first place we wanted to actually go to. But now we're there. And we're like, wow, what the f*** are we supposed to do? And Shoto is... Yeah, he's in chat as well. He's coping. It was a good mall, you know, but that's not the fucking point. It wasn't where we wanted to go. But Shoto's like, I mean, guys, think about it. You know, this mall is great. You know, like, if you really think about it, this mall is amazing. Look at all the things in this mall. And we're like, yeah, it is amazing, but this is not where we wanted to go. So we planned stuff and we couldn't do it. And Shoto's like, yeah, but look at this amazing mall. So we went to the mall and then impulsively, we wanted to watch a movie. And I think... Thank God, honestly, I'm not the biggest fan of movies. And you know this, chat. I'm super bad with horror. So, they wanted to watch Final Destination in 4DX. The 4DX part is very important to the story, okay? If you don't know what 4DX is, it's like, imagine watching a movie, but then extra immersive because your chair moves and then they come on your face. Like, it's one of those. You know what I mean? So, they're like, you know what's a great idea? Final Destination and 4DX. And I was like, I hate horror, I hate gore, and I don't like Final Fantasy lagi. Final Destination. I don't like Final Destination because it's so scary. Like, the movie is literally be paranoid. You're valid. A movie. Like, that movie is no joke that you are not crazy, you will die. So I'm like, I don't want to think that I'm gonna die because I'm already scared. But they're like, let's all do it. And I'm like, yeah, okay, let's do it together. So then we went shopping around. Here's the thing with the shopping part. I think Numi went to like get her hair cut. Sho and Yuzu went to get like their nails done and everything. So I was walking around with the one, the only Tonki. Okay, so this is where Tonki comes in play. Wait a minute, now I'm scared. Tonki, they know, right? Is this the right Tonki? I swear to God. Tonk? Okay, yeah, I think they know. I think it's... Hold on, let me message. Now I'm scared. It's me. Okay, sick, slay. So I met up with Tonki, and then... Okay, you know what? Let me... Is Numi still awake? Let me just make sure something real quick. Let me see if I can say this... Are you awake? Actually, am I an idiot? I can also ask Tonki. Hold on. Fact checking. I'm never glazing women again. No. The story gets better, chat. It gets so much better. I swear. I think Shoto, honestly, the fact that my parents are head over heels obsessed with you should already mean a lot, okay? I'm not glazing you after everything else. Absolutely f***ing not. Oh, I need to cough. Okay, so I was shopping. Hold on. Bang. Numi went to get her hair done. Sho and Yuzu went to get their nails done or something. Use the robot. Oh my god, you're right. Actually, I can use the robot. Chat, I don't know if you knew this, but because of the trip, I got so close with them. So close, in fact, that I have a 24/7 robot that has full access to Numi. So at any given time, if I miss Numi, I just like open the robot and then like I just see her and I'm like, hello there. I'm on the robot right now. Hold on, let me open the let me open the robot. I can see. Oh my god. Okay, well, I don't want to. What if I dox you guys? I don't want to. Tell them I said hi. I see what you're doing. Nice thing on the TV, by the way. This is so freaky. Like, I have full 24/7 access to just a random CCTV robot in Numi's place because I miss her so much. Oh, I forgot you existed. Fuck you, Abe. What the hell, man? I swear to God, Abe hates me. I'm telling you. They all hate me. I knew it. After the trip, I realized everybody just hates me. Shoto hates me. Numi hates me. Real, guys. That's the narrative. Abe was on the trip. Yeah. And Abe hates me. Yeah. No, that's a lie. Abe wasn't on the trip. But he hates me. God, what is this fleshy doing here? It's so fucking wild. Oh my god. Oh my god, Shoto, hi, my favorite. What is this fleshy talking about? I'm only fleshy for you. What does that mean? Unmute. Girl, are you here? Unmute. Are you sure? Okay, hold on. Let me chat, do you want to hear what it sounds like on this CCTV? Oh my god, I see them. Okay, hold on. I'm live. Hi. You can't see this, chat, but I'm literally looking at them. Wow, they're just rizzing. Can you see? Oh shit, I'm moving it around. Hi. Oh, maybe I can like give a howl. I don't know if they can hear me or not. Hold on, I can.
Put on the floor. Put me on the floor.
This is Numi on the phone.
Can she hear us again?
Yeah, I can hear you the whole time. Chat can hear you, by the way. Oh my god, they're puss-pussing. Hold on, chat. I have to get. I'm driving. I have to drive. Nice shoes. I'm so scared of like saying that. There's like Numi. Who's here?
Aileen. Oh, do it.
I'm trying. The robot can't look up. That's one thing, chat, that like I just realized with the robot. It literally can't look up, so I have to like go all the way back. There's Numi, there's Hami, and there's Lin. And they're all just like they have to like lay on the floor to say hello to me. Oh my god. This is stalker behavior. Gamers don't look up true. Did I tell them what?
Tell them about how you randomly phone during the morning when I'm sleeping.
A couple of days ago, I missed Numi a lot. So then I tuned in to this to the CCTV camera, and then again Numi was still asleep because time zone. But I was like, man, I miss her so much. So I just tuned in. I'm like, have a good sleep, princess. And that's all I did.
I'm literally here in the morning. I'm here, good morning, princess, and I'm like, she's like after watching me. Michi. Hey, princess. Hey, princess.
Hello, princess.
Over there.
This is what Discord doesn't exist, chat. We have to call on the phone. You can't see what I'm seeing, but I'm holding my phone and it's just a CCTV camera. Like, what a beautiful face. Yes, queen, you slay. Yes. I miss you. Okay, I'll go back to stream. I miss you. Oh, I can howl as well. I love you. This is so. We're so healthy. We're so normal. I swear. Okay, I need to stop that, chat. That's my wife. See, you see that? You see that, chat? You see that? I would tune into the CCTV every now and then, and I just like walk around. Because if you don't know, it's basically a robot pet. It's like a CCTV, but it has wheels, and you can control where it goes. So then, like, sometimes I'm like, oh, I miss her. So then I would log into the CCTV, and I'm just like driving around, but I can't go like that far. So I'm like driving around. I'm like, good morning, princess. That's it. That's all I do. And I'm like, yeah. And then like randomly before I go to bed, like Numi's woken up and I'm like, hello, I'm about to go to bed. And she's like, oh my god, do you want to grab breakfast with me? And I'm like, yeah. So then Numi just sees like a tiny robot ball walking around. And I'm like, wow, I can't wait to see what you have for breakfast at like 1 a.m. for me. Yeah, that's a whole thing. We're going through a robo arc.